So it's Monday evening. I'm going to just do a little wrap up of what I've done today. These pieces have to go back in a certain order, and it's all of these pieces right here that have to go back on before the back panel, which is one of the last pieces to go on. Now, as you can see, the back panel has a whole lot more holes in it than it had when we started. And that's because I don't have a spot welder, so I'm going to be button welding these onto all of these parts of the back so that this whole thing is secure in there. Now, that being said, once this piece is complete now, and I have the mounts for the bumperettes welded in place, this is fit in. I've repaired this part right here that was broken. After this is done, these pieces slide from underneath inside, back inside those gussets, and they get welded in on either end and a little stitch weld in there. The same with the light buckets, where those go in on the back side, and then the light buckets are sitting in the wrong place here. Well, this one goes here, that one goes over there. These are the pieces I made, the gussets that go upside down and mount here, and the hole through it is for the rubber the rubber grommet for the wiring harness through there. On the back panel, I had to make this piece that was rotted out, and that's a spacer that goes on to hold the trailer hitch, the rental hitch, and the seat belts on. Now, part of the problem that I'm running into here is this piece has to go on before the back panel. So this piece, now you can see I had to drill all kinds of holes in here because I'm going to button weld this into this location right here. These have to be real tight fitted up against this and fitted against this, and then button welded down. The back goes against it. This series of holes here gets welded to this area all along here, and then this little gusset goes on the top of this like that, and that's support for the seat belts, and again for the trailer hitch. So there's like a ton of holes in this. Now I got a good straight piece of aluminum here, so we can see that we're nice and level all the way across the places here. This can be drawn in, that's not a problem, and it's fairly straight this way too. But when we got over here to this side, I see that the lower part of this is in almost a ½ inch. Going up here, it's about right at the top, but it's a ½ inch down at the bottom. What that means is that this side of the fender is pushed down some. This is going to have to be brought back up, and that's a pretty heavy duty tool that I've got, a metal worker that I've got that'll push that all around and get that back up. Before that happens, if you see on this side, I've flattened, used some heat, and I flattened these two areas. That's because I had to get this mounted inside there, and those two areas have to be flat so that we can mount down to them, and it can be bolted in from the sides and from the back, and that's for the rope system. But I've got to get this fixed first. Now I've got to heat and flatten these out, and that's my next task here. And then I'm going to assemble this piece in that I mentioned before that goes in here. Once that's done, I'm going to fit the top up, probably with sheet metal screws through where the weld holes are going to be, and then fit up all the rest of the parts and make sure everything is where it needs to be, and that I can get the other ROPS mount in place where it needs to go. That looks like, the ropes looks like that's the hardest part of this whole vehicle, is getting the ropes mounts in the correct position. So that's where I am on Monday evening. Stay tuned.